So let's say we're having coffee. You know, we're having that conversation and you tell me you're a people leader, but I sense that you're so much more than that. So I'll gently nudge you and say, you know what? I think you're a strategist. I think you really see the connection between people and business results. And then you start telling me how you've worked with your executive team to realign incentives, how you've helped them develop succession plans, how you've redesigned jobs to drive agility. And by the end of our conversation, it's clear to me that you are a strategic partner, not just a people leader. So here's my question for you. In every boardroom and leadership discussion, the best leaders ask 3 questions. What's the business impact? What's the risk? And what's the long-term value? These questions separate managers from visionaries and they are the key to sustainable growth. Let's take a look at each one of these questions through the lens of a modern CHRO. Number 1. Workforce planning drives growth. Let's talk about workforce planning. It's not just about filling seats. It's about forecasting the skills, the people, and the leadership you need to achieve your strategy. Done right, workforce planning ensures you have the right talent in the right place at the right time, which directly drives innovation, productivity, and revenue growth. No. 2. Culture fuels revenue. Now, let's talk about culture. A high-performing culture is not an HR initiative. It's a business imperative. A culture of accountability, respect, and engagement reduces turnover, attracts top talent, and strengthens customer trust. Companies with strong cultures consistently outperform because their people are aligned with purpose and that alignment shows up on the balance sheet. No. 3. Regulatory impact and liabilities. But let's be pragmatic. Strategy without compliance is fragile. Every decision has a regulatory impact. Every blind spot can become a liability. Leaders must ask, what risks are we not considering? Where could this strategy expose us legally, financially, or reputationally? Protecting the business means integrating risk awareness into every conversation. And no. 4. Balancing the big picture. This is where true leadership shows up. A board member, a CHRO, a corporate attorney. They don't just think about today's numbers. They balance fiduciary duty, shareholder value, and social responsibility. They see the big picture, growth, risk, and impact together. Now, let's bring it all home. In the boardroom, around the executive table, when the conversation turns to strategy, too often the CHRO is relegated to a supporting role. But as we've explored today, the modern Chief Human Resources Officer is a visionary. They understand that people are the heart of every successful strategy. They know that a thriving workforce isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a competitive advantage. The question is, how do you move from being seen as a cost center to being recognized as a strategic partner? How do you make the business case for people initiatives? You start by speaking the language of business. You align HR strategy with business goals. You quantify the impact of culture on productivity, the return on investment for training, the cost of high turnover. Then you bring your unique perspective to the table. You talk about the importance of diversity in driving innovation, the power of employee engagement in boosting revenue, the value of a strong employer brand in attracting top talent. You're not just a people leader. You're a strategist, a culture champion, a risk advisor. And when you bring your whole self to the table, when you're unapologetically pro-people and pro-business, that's when you become an indispensable part of the leadership team. Now, if you liked this video and found it valuable, please don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with more insightful content. We'd love to have you back for more. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Alia-Irum, CHRO, Wharton Executive, SPHR, SHRM-SCP, with a Master of Jurisprudence and a Master's in HR Management and Development. My mission is to help leaders see compliance, culture, and strategy as the true drivers of sustainable growth. Subscribe for more insights on leadership, compliance, and the future of work with me, Alia-Irum.